Hello Newcastle fans. Details of the negotiation with Raphinha stir up the morning at the club. But before I tell you, subscribe to the channel and leave your like so you don't miss any news from the Magpies. Newcastle United CEO Darren Eales has been impressed with what Eddie Howe has done this season and shared how good he feels Eddie Howe has done at Newcastle. With Eddie, it is unbelievable to see what he has done with the team, how he has galvanized them. We have a great pair of hands with Eddie, he is just unbelievable. The club is in good hands with Eddie and Dan Ashworth, in terms of knowing what we are looking for this season. It is thanks to Eddie Howe's coaching and ability to bring the best out of players that Newcastle have been as successful as they were last season. It's great to see that the board see what we fans see in Howe, and comments like this from the club's higher-ups really throw cold water on these ridiculous theories that Newcastle will try to replace Howe with a big-name manager. Newcastle United are so close to reaching a deal to sign Yankuba Minteh from Odense Bold Club. That's according to Bjorn Westrom, Odense director of football, who was the first to publicly reveal that the Danish side were in close negotiations with an unidentified foreign club on Friday morning. The mystery club, of course, is Newcastle, who have been following Minteh's development for several months. Negotiations are so far advanced that Odense have decided to leave Minteh out of the squad for Saturday's clash against FC Midtjylland. While it is a big game for OB, who are vying for a European spot, the club also had to balance the risk of the highly rated fullback getting injured. Odense ultimately felt they were closer to agreeing to the transfer than qualifying for the Conference Europa League. Westrom confirmed there were still some little things to finalize, but OB decided to omit Minteh at the weekend because a deal was very close. Minteh has impressed greatly in his first season in Europe, having been directly involved in 8 goals in just 17 league appearances following a move from his native Gambia last summer. Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe is looking at the potential availability of Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay this summer. The Scotland international has fallen out of favour at Old Trafford, but could have a future at St James Park. According to reports from Fabrizio Romano, McTominay is on Howe's wanted list. The former Bournemouth manager is assessing him and tried to approach him in the January window. However, United snubbed the idea, as they were in all 4 competitions at that time. After a bright start to the season, McTominay has fallen down the pecking order under manager Erik ten Hag. The former Ajax coach has a midfield of Bruno Fernandes, Christian Eriksen, and Casemiro as his starters this season. Even if he tries to rotate, he tends to rely more on Fred than the Scotland international. McTominay's last game was with a 2-0 win over Everton last month, when he opened the scoring for the Red Devils. As Manchester United are in the race to sign Declan Rice, that will make things worse for McTominay's playing time at Old Trafford. Therefore, there is a chance that the United Academy graduate will make a decision on his future soon. Barcelona coach Xavi has thrown cold water on any transfer speculation linking Raphinha to Newcastle United. The former Leeds United striker secured his dream move to the Nou Camp last summer, following in the footsteps of idol Ronaldinho. After early struggles at the Spanish side, Raphinha bounced back and made 35 appearances for the Barca champions, scoring 7 goals and registering 7 assists. Despite a relatively strong end to the season, the Brazilian has been repeatedly linked with a move away from the La Liga giants, mainly due to their dismal financial situation. However, Xavi has insisted he wants the Brazil international to stay at Camp Nou for next season, although he admits it may be out of his control. Newcastle are set to fight Manchester United for one of European football's biggest current stars. Manager Eddie Howe has learned of a major boost to his summer spending plans, with the club poised for a windfall harvest of more than £100 million after fourth place. The club are also expected to announce a new shirt sponsor in July to further boost revenues and help give How the best possible platform to compete in Europe's top table. And it seems Napoli striker Victor Osimhen is now being identified as a target, despite already being linked with a move to Old Trafford. The Magpies have made contact with the Nigerian player's agent, despite the Serie A champions insisting on keeping their valuable asset. And any potential transfer is likely to cost at least £130 million, given the 24-year-old's valuation. So fans, which of these players do you think would fit best in Eddie Howe's team? Leave it in the comments. We'll be back with more news from the Magpies any moment.